Hi and welcome to DEPHEMEREMBER, your daily ephemera inspiration in December. Today, on day 11, we have the prompt hand or machine sewing and postcard. I think the best way to start this video would have been to say, "Hi, my name is Louise. May I show you my postcard collection?" But I'm a little bit afraid of some love letters that you probably would send to me if I say this sentence. So I'm not doing that, but I would like to tell you something about where to get those vintage postcards. So I have this collection for several years, collected over the years as well, on different online flea markets and also on Facebook Marketplace, for example. You can find those original vintage postcards. If you don't have these, you can also use a digital printable, of course. This here is called Survived Volume 1. You can find that in my Etsy shop. And today there's a little goodie for you. Surprise, surprise. You can get 30% discount on this digital printable. Please check out the info box for all of the information you need to get that. I hope you like that, by the way. Okay, so then I would like to cut some circles out of my postcards. I know this is really, really difficult for some of you because, die cutting an original vintage postcard is not so easy for everyone. But of course, you can also do that with a digital printable. So if you make a mistake, you can always print that out again. So that's, of course, the good thing about printables. If you make a mistake, you can always print it over and over again until you are happy with your result. And I try to get some negative space to my postcards here today. That means I'm trying to get the holes there where it fits to the rest of the image. I don't know if that makes sense. So an irregular amount of circles here is a good idea, I think. Some smaller ones mixed with some bigger ones is another good idea. On the right card, you can see I have only 2, but I wanted to try that out. I mean, DEPHEMEREMBER is all about trying out new things, creating things that are out of your comfort zone, using what you have and all that stuff. So I wanted to try that out if that can look beautiful as well. And now I'm trying to arrange the circles that I have punched out back to the cards. First of all, I thought I don't want to mix them, but then I realized that it looks way better when I put the circles from one card to another and so on and mix them around a little bit. And here I'm trying to get, some kind of a collage or something like that out of those circles and the holes. Have you ever made a collage with holes? I don't know if that's the right word. I mean, if collage is still the right word, I don't know, but you know what I mean. Now I'm taking this hole punch and I'm trying to punch some holes, really tiny holes, around this circle at the top of this card. My plan was to try some hand sewing because that's totally out of my comfort zone. If you know my videos, you know that I usually don't do that because it's really, really difficult for me. And I wanted to use a really fluffy, wintry white wool that you can see here to sew on these cards. And I was not sure if I can poke the needle directly through the card without any problems. So I tried to start the easiest way and use these holes as a help for my sewing. I don't know if you can still call it sewing, but you know what I mean. It's easier to start with the simple things and see if you like that. And I think this looks not so bad. and then go to a further step and try more difficult things. So in the next step here, I'm trying to get the thread or this wool directly through the card, and I'm trying to sew something like a star on top of this hole, or so that this hole is closed with this star. You will see in a second what I want to try to say, what I'm trying to say, sorry. I've used the holes that I have punched before, and additionally, I've poked my needle directly through the card. I have learned here that it's not such a good idea to poke the holes too close to this circle, otherwise you get some problems. So here is the next letter for the giveaway. Please write that down, and if you've never heard about this December giveaway that I have here on my channel, then please check out the info box. All the information is down below. So let's finish this up and let's try to get this basic idea of sewing to the other cards as well. Okay, I would say the hardest part is finished. I have brought this basic idea of sewing here to all of my 3 cards. And then I have decided that I want to make a backside for this card and something that can be seen through these holes that I have punched before. Originally, I wanted to leave the holes like they were in this stage, but I have put the cards on top of some junk journaling pages in the meantime out of camera, and I thought, ooh, on some papers that looks not so nice, especially it looks sometimes a little bit boring when you have the wrong paper below the card, and I want to have versatile cards that I can place everywhere in my journal, and I don't want to have problems with searching for the right page, and yeah, you know what I mean. So I've decided to stencil some stars, in this case with Distress Oxide ink, and then I have glued my cards to this paper. And then I went to my sewing machine. The first reason is to show you the next letter for the giveaway, but that's not all. The second reason is that I've decided that I want to sew around those cards and make a little mix out of hand sewing and machine sewing. I think that's really cute, and this turned out really interesting. And I think it's worth it to try something like that. To make those collages, let me call that collages, even if there are holes, and I'm not sure if it's a collage, but to make these collages a little bit more filigrane and interesting, and also to use the leftovers that I have from my stenciled paper, I've punched some smaller circles out of the leftovers, and I've placed them here and there to my card. Especially here, you can break this look of these bigger circles a little bit. I think the smaller circles make this whole arrangement a little bit more harmonious. It's not so rough and not so extreme on the card. Especially on this right card with the children. Oh, sorry, it has gone, but you have seen it. The children are really small compared to the circles. On this card with the woman, it's not so extreme, but I think it's better to put some more smaller things to this card. Of course, you could also use some other things like stars or, for example, some wooden ornaments or whatever you have, or buttons would look really cute as well, I think. After I have put this little word there on top of this card, I go around with my Stabilo oil pen to make some shadows around this circle arrangements, because I wanted to have them popping out a little bit more. And if you know my channel, you know I love this Stabilo oil pen and the shading and this stuff. This is really relaxing for me. Of course, this is additionally an additional thing, but I think that brings way more interest to such a card. If you are speaking German and you are interested in these little words that I'm gluing to my card, then please check out the info box. I have linked an item from my Etsy shop there. It's called Sprüche und Wörter. That's, yeah, some kind of sentiment word collection in German. Some of my viewers have wished for that, and yeah, if you can use that in your junk journal projects, you can find that down below in the description box. And here I'm shading the background as well with the Stabilo oil pen. And then I realized that this looks really cool with the shading on the background, so that I've decided to do that on the other cards as well. These circles look like snowballs with stars on them now, and they are so three-dimensional that I had to do that on the other cards as well. So let's bring some black and this shading to the edges of the card as well. I think that looks really interesting and a little bit more framed. I really like that. And here, my friend and I are showing you the next letter for the giveaway. As I said, all the information about this giveaway and how it works, how you can enter, is down below in the description box. So if you're interested, please check that out. And here I'm trying to get some finishing touches to my cards, and then you can see my result in a second for today's prompt. And please make sure that you also check out the channel of 49 Dragonflies today. Barbara has another idea on this prompt for today. I'm really excited what she has created with this prompt, and make sure that you check that out. I'm sure that is a lot of fun. She always has so many great ideas, and I think she will come up with something really, really awesome and creative. If you want to share your own DEPHEMEREMBER creations on Instagram or wherever, please use the hashtag DEPHEMEREMBER. You can find that in the info box as well, and also on the bottom of the video screen here. I hope you liked this idea, and of course I hope we will see tomorrow with our next prompt from our DEPHEMEREMBER prompt list. Thank you very much for watching. See you!